James Bryan's Don't Go in the Woods. Everybody has nightmares about the ugliest way to die. Is goed.
A quick recap. In 1978, Halloween came out, and it showed the world that the slasher formula can be successful. 2 years later, in 1980, Friday the 13th confirmed this when it became a big box office success. That same year, some other more or less successful slasher movies were released, and by the time we entered the next year, everybody had the assumption that you could make a successful slasher movie with just a tiny budget. One of them was James Bryan. But it soon became clear that you need something more than just a tiny budget. For example, maybe some talent or at least some knowledge about movie making.
Don't Go in the Woods is een slechte pauperfilm en heeft met een aantal redenen te maken. Ik wil met deze review dan ook ingaan op de zwakke punten van de film. Dus even nalopen wat er allemaal zo slecht is aan Don't Go in the Woods.
Let's start with the script. A movie might not need a big budget, but it does need at least a story. And that's the first flaw of this movie, the lack of a plot. I'll explain the story. A group of 4 friends, they go on a hike through the mountains, but when they arrive in a forest, there is some sort of forest man who kills people. And, that's basically the story. Yeah, that's it, really.
Dat is echt waardeloos. Geen backstory, geen motief, geen niks. Ik kan nu ter plekke een beter verhaal verzinnen.
4 friends who just graduated high school take a break and go out for a weekend in the mountains. But when they arrive, they're being stalked and attacked by a weird man. But it soon turns out that this man is the ex-boyfriend of one of the guys who is seeking revenge because he got dumped. The second problem with the script is that there are only 4 main characters. During filming, they probably thought, oh shit, yeah, at least one must survive the movie, so the maximum body count can be more than 3. Oh no, it's not really enough for a proper slasher movie. Well, no problem, we'll just add the man in the wheelchair who is all alone in the mountains, or the woman who is painting. It's nice. Or we'll just add a hippie couple who's coincidentally also in the forest in their hippie van. It's all so random. I mean, one moment you're following the 4 friends with their boring adventures, and the next minute you're looking at some total stranger. That just doesn't work. It adds nothing to the story or anything. I mean, check out this woman, and I checked for you. She's on screen for exactly 53 frames. That's her whole role. Well, that's something to add to your CV. It's a short movie running for just 78 minutes, but with a script like this, it sometimes seems endless. So yeah, I don't really want to talk about the script anymore. It makes me a little bit sad. Next up, the actors and their acting.
What's the third thing, Colonel Crockett?
First, don't panic.
Second, go up, not down. What's the third?
Actually, the most important of all, stay at home and forget it. Never go in the woods alone.
Wow, dat is niet zo best, man. Eens even op IMDb kijken of de 4 hoofdpersonen wat wel waardige acteurs zijn.
Nope. Oh, she acted in more movies. Probably not that good. This one's the only one who did some stuff. Not as an actress, but as a casting director. Oh, it's okay. A lot of slashers from the 80s, they often contain a few beautiful women. But the women in Don't Go in the Woods, I mean, some guys in the movie actually look better than them. Of course, it's not a must, but if everything else sucks in the movie, some eye candy would have been nice, no? For example, the Slumber Party Massacre series, they're also bad slashers, but at least we get to see a slumber party massacre. You might wonder why there are hip-hop beats in the background instead of music from the movie itself like I normally do. Well, check out this next clip. Yeah, what's there to say about the soundtrack? I mean, take for example Halloween. That theme song has become iconic horror music. The same can be said for Friday the 13th. But in Don't Go in the Woods, the music sounds more like the scream of a sick or dying penguin or something. But to be honest, the song during the end credits is pretty awesome.
Don't go out in the woods tonight, you probably will be thrilled. Don't go out in the woods tonight, you probably will be killed.
Eindelijk de eindcredits. En dat is fijn mensen, het einde van de film. En nu wil je hem wel uitzetten. 78 minuten, dat is best wel lang. Vooral als je telkens denkt dat het echt niet slechter kan. Wat een verrassing, het is alsnog gelukt. Low budget horror, deze slasher die is dat was het einde, ja, bedankt voor het kijken. Doe het gerust nog een keer, maar dat zal je gaan spijten. Yeah, that was originally the lyrics for the end credits. But I don't know, for some reason they changed it in the last minute. What a shame. Finally, let's talk about the special effects. Looking back again, Halloween had virtually none bloody or gory effects. And Friday the 13th later successfully added the gory effects to the slasher formula. But while the effects in Friday the 13th were done by Tom Savini, the effects in Don't Go in the Woods were probably done by some random jackass. And that results in not very convincing effects. But yeah, with a big body count, I believe like 14 kills or something, enough crazy stuff happens and sometimes they can be pretty hilarious. Check for example here, it's the wheelchair man. No! Or this one, it's pretty cool too, although I can't really tell what's happening. This one's also crazy. I love it how the woman keeps screaming in the same way when the car keeps spinning and finally even catches fire. And of course we can't forget this one with the deadly branches from the forest. Watch out! Yeah, enough unnecessary but also very unconvincing bloodshed in Don't Go in the Woods. Well, I think it's rather obvious that Don't Go in the Woods is a pretty bad movie. In the early 80s, it just seems that everybody thought that they could make their own horror or slasher movie because a big budget wasn't necessary. Maybe I can even make my own movie.
Nou ja, het is een begin. En ik heb de film op bol.com besteld. Dus misschien als ik gewoon naar die klantenservice bel, misschien krijg ik mijn geld gewoon terug. Dat zou mooi zijn. We hebben weer extra geld. Kijk.
Goedemiddag, bol.com klantenservice met Matthijs Kraai. Waarmee kan ik u bedienen?
Hallo, met Jeroen Bijn. Ik heb een tijdje geleden een DVD bij jullie besteld. Die zou ik graag terug willen sturen en als het dan mogelijk is ook mijn geld terugkrijgen.
Dat is mogelijk mits hij 2 weken geleden of kort is aangeschaft. Om welke film gaat het, meneer?
Oké, Don't Go in the Woods, de DVD.
Film zei u?
De DVD van Don't Go in the Woods van James Bryan.
Excuses meneer, in dat geval vrees ik dat ik u teleur moet stellen. Prettige dag verder.
Hoezo teleurstellen? Ik kan... Hallo?
But no, of course I don't hate this movie, and I guess that in a weird so bad it's good kind of way, it has its charm. And I would watch it again another time, as long as it's with some friends and some beer, because then, well, everything is okay. So, Don't Go in the Woods is a bad movie, but with some friends, beer and a positive vibe, it still is.